Squat and balance play is for everyone. You have high level, medium level, and low level. If we start with high level, here are a few options you can play with. Drawing a circle around the standing leg as smoothly as possible, seeing if you can connect with the point at which your toe started tracing the ground. Balance, don't fall, breathe, enjoy. Then you can lead with the knee, drawing a circle in space. You might not be able to link it up exactly, but do your best to draw a big, long line. Then you can explore circling the foot, reaching out and away from your body, trying to connect with the start point if possible without falling. Notice how my arms are helping me counterbalance. And then you can try draw the circle with the highest foot you possibly can. And this teaches you how to articulate on the standing leg, because without doing a lot of work to rotate your pelvis and make space for that top leg to get high up, you'll get stuck quite quickly. Quite challenging, that one. Now let's look at that first circle idea. As we trace, notice how the right side of my pelvis drops low and my right knee tucks behind my left. That internal rotation at the end of the range is going to help me to be able to do this at the mid-level. Watch, right hip drops, knee tucks behind left knee, and toes are pointing forward. Because the hip is a ball joint, articulating, turning the toe, rotating it as I go around my circle is what makes things like this possible. Tucking the knee in, just like before, and squatting really low. So let's illustrate this. Let's break it down even more clearly. Open, closed, right knee tucks behind left knee. And again, open, closed, right knee behind left knee. Now I'm going to start exploring what other things I can link up with the bottom of my squat. If I'm at a low level, I can go from a pistol to a cross-legged position. If I have the mobility, I can try and trace the circle around again, tuck my right knee behind my left, and extend into a dragon pistol squat, which is this movement here. Then I try to get back. It's pretty difficult. Draw the circle around in front again. So I'm just adding a small element, and I'm seeing what I can do with it. It felt quite rotatey, so what if I rotate into the movement and then swivel into the cross-legged position? Ooh, there's a squat on the way out. So there's no right or wrong way to play with this. All I'm doing is exploring feelings, getting a sense of some rotation, and then getting a sense of my legs being crossed, and exploring what I can move, which way I can go. You can do this too. What happens if I rotate this way out of the cross-legged position? What happens if I rotate the other way? Where are my legs? Where am I restricted? And what options might be available to me? I really can't overstate the importance of having a certain part of your practice that's dedicated to not knowing what the hell you're doing and trying to figure it out. Because learning to interact with the unknown, learning to problem solve, is a far greater skill than any one isolated exercise. The reason this is so valuable is you're coming up with different movement options. And this means that if you were to injure an ankle, a knee, or a wrist, you would have different ways of getting up and down off the floor, and you'd still be able to access your body's freedom. You wouldn't be completely blocked because you only had one way of doing it. So the reason I'm not just giving you 5 exercises to do, the reason I'm giving you a couple threads to pull on and then saying, hey, go explore, is because I want you to be exposed to these feelings of stuckness, the feelings of confusion, frustration, surprise, curiosity. Because if you can work through these feelings while engaged with your body, while grounded in a physical practice, then you're coupling that sense of self-improvement, safety, and curiosity with the process of getting unstuck, solving problems, and finding creative ways out of particular binds that life can put you in. Well, actually, more accurately, that you've got yourself into. Here I got myself into a tangle, but then I realized it was a nice opportunity for a stretch. Sometimes having too narrow of an idea of the outcome we want blinds us to the potential of new options, which might actually be more interesting. Now, some of you might be watching this thinking, but my knees, ankles, and hips can't possibly do a pistol squat like this, the way you're doing it. Well, that's okay, because basically everything in this video can be scaled by referring back to those initial ideas of high level, medium level, and low. So here's a higher level version, between high and medium, I would say, of the pistol squat. And if we look at this skill, for example, going into a dragon squat, then perhaps you can't capture it on the strength and mobility level, but perhaps you can capture the circular essence of the movement and start to relax into that like this. Because at the end of the day, if you want effortless, free movement, then you have to explore being effortless and free in your practice. So this simple idea of swinging the legs and seeing where they end up can be linked together. So this would be what I would call a mid-level dragon squat, swinging the leg in and letting it carry me into the movement, drawing circles, drawing spirals, the simple combination of the idea of squatting with the idea of rotating. Start at your level, go basic, rotate a little bit step by step, place the hands down on the ground to assist you, don't go super deep, see how that feels. And then if that feels good, well, just take it a little bit further, all the way to the ground, linking up the rotation, still using the hands. Once again, here's a variation of reaching and stepping high level, reaching and stepping medium level. See how I'm counterbalancing with the arms to help me to reach further? Then I'm doing a little bit of a hover to train my top hip muscles. Just exploring, what can I move while I'm in this position? And then the low level. Again, can I hover while I'm in this position? Hovering optional. This is a medium level rotation. Here it is again. This would be a lower level rotation into something like a dragon squat with some hand assist. This would be if you wanted way more assist. You go really slow. This is your restorative grandmother or grandfather or injured hip version. Really relaxed. And then that exact same pattern, if I don't use my hands, if I really control it, becomes this dragon squat. So once again, explore high, medium, or low levels. Explore some rotation. Stand on one leg, stand on both, and see what you can come up with. Enjoy.